Top 5 project management technical skills you need. Hey aspiring project managers, if you are on the journey of transitioning to your first project management role, there are 5 project management technical skills I highly recommend you that you need to get familiar with as you step into your first project management job. So let's dive into them. First, project planning. A project needs a project plan. So a project plan is breaking the scope down into more small steps and detailed steps that you need to take the project to fulfill its objective. So when you think about project plan, you want to include information like the key tasks you need to take, some timeline milestones, resource plan, and budget constraints. Second one is task management. Project has lots of tasks. So how do you plan a task? How do you prioritize a task? And how do you create a clear, concise view of all the tasks that needs to be done on a project so you can make sure all of them are getting done at the right time? And this not only applies to the tasks you're responsible for, it applies to all the tasks on the project. As a project manager, it's essential for you to be able to plan those tasks and prioritize them. So make sure to check out my video about PM task prioritization, where I share additional tips on how to prioritize tasks as a project manager. Number 3, scheduling. Timeline is an essential element of a project. So are you able to leverage certain tools to create a timeline view for the project? Identify some long lead items of the project, some critical milestones of the project, and be able to associate the key tasks with those milestones so it's clear for the entire project team and stakeholders that what things needs to be done by when. Certain tools you might come across are Microsoft Project and Asana. I also have another video talk about how to use Asana if this is a tool you're interested to get familiar with. Number 4, documentation. Projects have lots of documentation. Documentation is critical for project governance purposes and compliance purposes. So you can always go back and audit a project by reviewing its documentation, or go back to look at some of the project documentation to extract the best practice or use it as a template for future projects. Documentations on a project such as project plan, project charter, project kickoff presentation, project meeting minutes for these project status review meetings, or project status update reports and project delivery report. Those are all very important documentation to have on a project. Number 5, performance tracking and reporting. As a project manager, the most common question you will get would be, what's the latest status of the project? That is the performance tracking and status report. As a project in execution, you would want to have regular status tracking on the project, meaning you collect the latest data on the project performance and compare it to the project plan to showcase whether the project is on track to the plan or it is off track from the plan. If it is off track and certain mitigation activities need to be conducted, you want to raise the proper attention so certain issues can be resolved. So project status reporting is another skill you need to have to be able to identify whether the project is on track or off track. These are my top 5 recommended project management technical skills that you need to have as you're stepping into your first project manager role, because you will use all of them on your first project. Of course, the project management technical skills are not limited to these 5, but I would highly recommend you to prioritize your time now to get familiar with these 5 as you're looking for your first role. So now over to you. Question: which one of these 5 technical skills you think is most important for your first project manager role? So leave me a comment below. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. And make sure to check out my other videos that give you additional tips as you're looking for your first project manager role. Thank you for your time today. I'll see you next time.